here, and today I'm going to be doing my Doctor Who review. Not sure if I can call it a review, it's sort of just my opinion on things and what I thought about the episode, but anyway. In the cast, you have the usual, you have Peter Capaldi and Jenna Coleman, and the surprise guest this week was Maisie Williams from Game of Thrones. I don't particularly watch Game of Thrones. If it's too late to start, could you please comment that down below, but if it's not, please comment that down below as well, because obviously it's a good series that I might want to get started and get into. But anyway, this is about the girl who died, and it was about the Maya, this alien group, and it was led by this Viking person. You can't not a Viking person, but you basically wanted the warriors, I've forgotten the word, but it was basically the warriors' soul and endeavour of them fighting, and he wanted that. That's basically all that was. And he had these little machines to come down, and at the start of the episode, he came down, these machines came down, the Maya, and completely wiped out all the strong people in the village, and that was quite a decent start. It actually started off with another subplot story of Clara in a spacesuit, but apart from that, the Doctor came in pretending to be one of the Vikings' gods, the Vikings, and he started doing this thing with a yo-yo, trying to impress them, and then this massive god appeared up there in the sky, and that blew Peter Capaldi's yo-yo tricks out the window. So then basically, after all of this being wiped out, we got the whole point of Clara trying to reason with him. He was just about to reason, and then Maisie Williams' character, rather, a Shilder or whatever it was. I'm not sure if it was meant to be a message through that or anything, but it was a Shilder who sort of wrecked it for Clara after she tried to reason with him. And that meant after a Shilder angered the man, he would come down and try and kill them all the next day. So basically, this left a town with nobody, no one who's good at fighting left to defend itself. And I thought that was a very good idea of Doctor Who, and obviously of Jamie Matheson and Stephen Moffat. I'm guessing it's more Jamie Matheson rather than Stephen Moffat, because I think that's a pretty good idea to do. And then the Doctor tries to rile all of them up. It's a really good idea. What did I think about the Maya? I think the monsters looked a bit too clumpy to be scary. It looked like they weren't able to move around as well. So the way you have as the Cybermen, they're particularly known as a scary character, the Zygons, and that's because they're able to move around. They can turn quickly. If you move, they can move. These big clumpy machines didn't seem too threatening in my view of Doctor Who. But the main character, what was his name? Was it Nolor or something like that? I'm sure it must have been. That was the main god. I thought his acting was really good. I didn't think his character development was too far. The leader of that clan, because we didn't get to see too much of him actually. But apart from that, any flaws in this episode? One would be the eels. They seem to use the eels' electricity to an extortionate amount when killing off the Maya, and yeah, I didn't particularly understand that, but they had so much electricity all of a sudden. I mean, it was a decent idea that using the eels actually, but moving on to positive, I did think the use of the internet to embarrass somebody in this episode was very good, because that shows that's bringing in stuff that's up to date, and stuff from your Facebooks, your Twitters, your Instagrams, Snapchats, some of that. So that's bringing that into the game, and I thought it was very good for also viewers of my age who are just getting started into Doctor Who to try and draw them in, and people who are younger, because younger ages are actually getting into these sort of stuff as well, Facebook, Snapchat, even though they probably shouldn't be, because it's probably like 12, 13 age group, but anyway. Anything else about this? Now the face reveal where Peter Capaldi realised where he got his face, I felt it was a bit of a waste of what it could have been. It could have been so much better. He could have gone back to Pompeii. There could have been a whole reasoning. You've also got Amy Pond, who is... I don't know why I forgot her name. Karen Karen, we'll just call her Karen. But she was in the Fires of Pompeii as well as one of the seekers who put their hands over their face. So I think they could have used something definite there. They could have brought in old companions and also the old person as well. But back to this whole thing. This brings up many questions, and I have taken a note of them. There's just a few. This is where the questions will start, right? So, what I've said. Where did the electric eels come from? They were well, that's not really a question, I've already sort of covered that. What's with all the hybrids? Yeah, there's a whole question in this series about hybrid and stuff like that. Not sure what it's about, not sure where it's going. Davros did speak about hybrid, maybe Maisie Williams is the hybrid. I'm not too sure what I thought about the immortality of the character of Maisie Williams, but I think we have another Captain Jack Harkness on our hands. Maybe that's something we could drop Captain Jack Harkness back into, and maybe they can join up or something like that, I don't know. And what's with all the snakes? There were snakes in this episode as well, on the back of many of the warriors' armour and stuff like that. I'm just wondering what is with the snakes. I'm not too sure what's with it. Is there a secret message there with the snakes? Because obviously it was Davros's person. Maybe that was Davros's person, I don't know. Why does the TARDIS not translate baby language? Because the Doctor can translate baby language, but no one else can. Who knows what that is? If that's just a silly thing they've chucked in. But I felt the message was really effective when coming from the baby. From the Doctor, I thought that was very good. If it's Stephen Moffat, because I think he's used that in previous episodes before, you know. So I think that was a pretty decent message there. And is there a hidden meaning in Ashilder's name? Did the writers just flick through the Viking phone book and pick a name at random? Who knows? But is there a missing meaning? Now, what about Jordan Frobisher? This was the man in Torchwood's spin-off series, spin-off block, The Children of Earth, and this was the man that tried to reason with these aliens. Now, they've not actually mentioned that. Peter Capaldi was in that, and he was quite a predominant role in that. So I feel there's questions to be answered on that. They could still use that. I mean, I know they've wasted the one from Pompeii, but they could still probably push this one. Maybe that's the reason the Doctor's thinking. Or maybe there could be a deeper reason, and maybe that's what I'm thinking is still there. Apart from that, I'm not too sure what to say about this. What I'm giving this out of 10 is an 8 stars out of 10. It won't be stars, it's whatever I put in. It's someone's face, or it's a thing, I don't know. I'm probably rude to call it a thing. I'm not sure what I'm about to put on, but here's my rating right now. Yep, so that's my rating of Doctor Who Series 9, Episode 5. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. I'm loving the support from you guys on my other channel and this channel. This channel is starting to grow, and I'm appreciating that. So yeah, let's get this channel up and running again. Doctor Who reviews will be on this each week, and thank you guys, and peace out.